Hello. The wind carries word from afar that stuff keeps happening. So what's up? Felony levels of terrible smells. A couple of high school seniors in San Antonio brought fart spray into their school for their senior prank. They then released said fart spray. A lot of it. Like, I guess a lot of it. Because the school was evacuated twice to find the origin of the smell, and several students were taken to the hospital afterwards. Smells so bad, it sent people to the hospital. Everyone who went to the hospital is doing okay. They were discharged later that day, but the two students were given third-degree felony charges, which begs the question, can a real fart be stinky enough to land you federal charges? Speaking of stinky farts, let's talk about politics. Republicans and Democrats have been scuffing back and forth about debt ceiling negotiations. While both parties have pointed to each other as the one to blame, fuck them. Anyway, they've come to a tentative deal about raising the debt ceiling, a thing that anyone has to give a shit about, apparently. I know I walk around all day wondering about the debt ceiling. That's what's on my mind. Long story short, we are careening toward an arbitrary number that is a cap on another arbitrary number. Because the economy. Anyway, the deal that was negotiated kinda sucks, because it makes it harder for people who have food insecurity to get food security, and it makes it easier for massive energy conglomerates to get permits. Really just doing right by the people of this country. As a reminder, Democrats could have solved this problem when they had a majority in the House and the Senate, and they didn't do that. And if the reason for that was because Manchin and Sinema wouldn't have been on board, well, it sounds like the Democrats are a pretty toothless party. Maybe they should get their act together and figure out how to govern a country if they want us to believe that they're the party we have to rely on to move forward. I wonder if there's any other rights the Democrats could have enshrined into law when they had a majority in the government multiple times, very recently. Well, like in the past, 15 years. I'm talking about abortion rights. It is Memorial Day in the United States of America, which is a pretty cool holiday where you can get a good deal on a mattress. There are spies in your group chat. Maybe. So legacy social media is kind of all, it's like this. You just post something and everybody can see it. And everybody includes companies and feds. Companies and feds like to snoop and have a lot of data and know what's going on. But unluckily for them, the rise of social media networks right now that are closed communities makes that a little harder. And so agencies have cropped up who specialize in making fake accounts and infiltrating these servers, acting as a cat girl. Or they could be anything, but probably a cat girl. These agencies get into these spaces and then they report back to companies and feds. And so if you thought you were in a nice little group chat server that's private, remember that there might be a cat girl snooping on you. We have confirmation that they are acting on several services like WhatsApp and Telegram and Discord, stuff like that, but it's largely a sign of these companies don't know how to adapt to small, closed communities. On this day in 1453, Constantinople, which Istanbul was, fell to Ottoman armies, marking the end of the Byzantine Empire. Also essentially the very end of the Roman Empire. The city was under siege for 53 days before it fell, and a lot of historians apparently consider this the end of the medieval era. Lightning round. The Witcher Season 5 on Netflix has already been confirmed with Liam Hemsworth and... Why is this happening? Despite having killed many a monkey, Elon Musk's Neuralink company claims that they have approval from the FDA to start human trials of brain implants. There's the weather. A North Carolina town has been hit with 4 earthquakes in 3 days. Sonos is getting $35 million from Google in a lawsuit around smart speaker patents. An update, that guy who shot at a car that pulled into his driveway and killed the driver, he got indicted with murder charges. More tech lawsuits. Apple is settling for $50 million over a class action lawsuit against them for their shitty butterfly keyboards that they were pushing for 5 years. Erdogan has won re-election in Turkey in what was almost assuredly a very legitimate election. Today's mass shooting comes from Arizona, in which 4 are dead and 1 is injured in a seemingly random outburst of shots. State Farm has announced that they are pulling their general insurance out of California, citing, risk of wildfires. This is right there with Florida, in which insurance companies are like, we can't insure anything here anymore. And finally for today, Nintendo is taking legal action to prevent a GameCube and Wii emulator from being released on Steam. That is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. It really helps. As a reminder, I have just created a gaming channel separate from this one, so I'm going to be uploading gaming content there starting soon. Go follow that. It doesn't have a lot up, but it exists now, and you should follow it. My name is Endeavorance. I'll be back on Wednesday. I've got a special announcement on Friday. Take care and be well.